Another day, another deck. This time I've got you ChuChu. Raichu and Alolan Raichu GX. If they switch into the active, they can deal 160 damage for 3 energy, plus paralysis. Top that off with 80 damage from Zapdos switching in the next turn, that's 240 damage. With Electro Power, you reach 270 and you are KOing most of the Pokemon in the format. Of course, there's not much Electro Power here. Maybe other variants can use more. You'll have to see. But how do we switch this in and out? We got Drifblim. You may switch your active tag team with one of your bench Pokemon for free. If you switch into a Pokemon with free retreat, due to the effect of Zeraora, or just by having naturally free retreat like Emolga, you can then switch Raichu and Alolan Raichu GX back into the active to deal damage paralyze again. Yes, there's no Pokemon naturally with 320 HP, but there are ways to boost HP, and there are ways to reduce HP like the new Great Potion. Dedenne, that's your draw engine, tap a Cocoa Prism, recover energy. A Mewtwo and Mew was teched in here because I didn't have enough ChuChu. And since I'm already running Mysterious Treasure to find Drifblim, as well as Pokemon Communication with Emolga, good combo, I figured that would work. Tag Call, we can search out another 2 tag team cards, and I added in Malo and Lana. Not only is this a switch, it's a switch with healing, which means that your ChuChu can survive longer. Got lots of Volkner, we've got item cards we can use galore. Protect 1 Blizzard Town just in case Zapdos can get the finishing hit. Weakness Guard energy, mostly for the Mewtwo, but other stuff as well. And let's see how this deck performs. I now have 3 battles to share with you. This one I led off with Zeraora, not so good, but I've got 2 electromagnetic radars, Mew Duo, and a Dedenne GX. So let's grab the ChuChu. Let's grab another Dedenne. Just thin the deck out a little more. Electric energy on the front so that I can retreat. And I got a Zapdos and a Tag Call. Tag Call, let's get Malo and Lana. They're switches, they're good. I considered retreating, but there's nothing I needed to retreat to. The opponent's leading a Pidgey. I'm fearing that this is an Orangustal deck. Nope, it's a Melcario. Melcario likes to reduce the damage it receives from opponents, and does 150 damage for 4 energy, and has energy acceleration abilities. Let's just get rid of this Pidgey. Using Zapdos. 80 damage, even without weakness, it's good. And I drew an Emolga from the prizes. That's my free retreat. That is a good card right now. Especially if I draw Communications. Opponent has 2 energy on the field. If he wants, he can use his full Metal Wall GX, Tag GX, to reduce damage and remove that energy. But instead, he's hunting for more. Time for me to prepare. I'm not entirely sure how to proceed. But I know that Mewtwo does not hit through his resistance very well. I really considered healing this Zapdos to thin my deck a bit. But nope, let's just get damage on this while we can before he uses his Tag GX. Double checked my graveyard there for a bit. And I'm surprised I'm not seeing any Riolu out. Riolu would reduce the damage taken by this Melcario. But he does have Great Potions, which heals by 50. He got the 4th energy on and Zapdos. As Zapdos goes down. Sorry, I'm getting a bit sick. And I naturally draw an Emolga next. Not very good. Oh well, it is what it is. Might as well draw another Emolga. Thin the deck a tiny bit. Opponent's probably going to start stocking up on that back Lucario, and he plays a Jasmine. Search out one metal Pokemon unless it's the very first turn, in which case you can search out 5. Well, first turn going second. Searches out Magnemite. This is a Magnezone deck. Tells me that he might have a Pokemon that discards energy from the hand. That's an Alolan Duck Trio. Might just want to swarm onto the Melcarios with Lady, get them up earlier. And I've got nothing I can really use right now. So let's Cynthia back. That Electro Power would not be enough. Got a Communication. Don't need the Zapdos. Let's get a Drifloon down. Prepare for the next coming turns. I considered playing Rooting Forest, but I don't think my opponent has any Metal Energy in the discard yet. So playing it now would be a bit of a waste, and let him search out energy to use. Opponent plays a Pokegear. Peek at the deck. Find a supporter. Finds Tate and Liza. You can shuffle your deck and draw 5, or switch in a new Melcario to take the hit. Full Metal Wall is now used to pile energy on. And I drew Mysterious Treasure, which means Drifblim can come back in. Unfortunately, I can't really attack without energy. But I have an idea. Let's get Lightning in the discard. Let's get Lightning into play. Let's retreat into the Zeraora and use Full Voltage GX. I got enough energy in the discard to power up my tag teams. Theoretically, I could use Mewtwo here to deal less than ideal damage, get it close to knockout, and then attack with the Dene. But that's not always a good option. Places 1 energy down using the Magnezone. 3 out of 4. Steel Fist. Resisted. It is not a KO. Sorry. Wouldn't have been a KO anyway. But since I still have my Lightning Energy on there, I had my free retreat ability. Let's thin the deck a little more. And let's... Okay, I decided to thin my deck a little more. I really want a thin deck here. Wanted to get a secondary attacker up. And Tandem Shock. Damage decreased to 130. And Paralysis. Yeah, if I had attack with Mewtwo, damage would be reduced to 110. Which meant that I could do more and then finish off KO with the Dene. And the opponent has Metal Frying Pan. Remove the weakness, reduce damage by a further 30. Now Mewtwo can only deal 70 damage, and... Or was it 80? One of the two. And ChuChu can only deal 100. I drew a Volkner. Let's get an Electric Power. Let's get an Energy. Zeraora GX is now ready to fight. But let's first... Tandem Shock. Get it to a range where I can actually do something with the Electro Power. And the opponent has a regular Melmetal to play with as well. I drew a Cynthia. I can't really use this hand. Might just Cynthia it off. Or hold on to it to see what my prizes give. A Lightning Energy, Cocoa Prism, and a Weakness Guard Energy. I don't need Weakness Guard Energy for this matchup, but the Dene might be a chip finisher in some situations. But he knew it was over that turn. He just attacked probably to get the reward for it. And the opponent is using what looks like Dark Box. That deck deals more damage the more dark energy is on the field. Combine that with a Weavile that can move energy around. And I'm hoping to see red and blue. He discarded Psychic Energy. This is a mixed deck. It's not Dark Box. Well, either way, I activate the Dene. Get what I can out. I see Viridian Forest. I see Lightning Energy. I see Cocoa Prism. But let's get a little bit better stuff from this. I communicate back to Zapdos so I can get a Drifloon. I Mysterious Treasure, discard 1 energy, get the Drifblim for next turn. I discard the second Lightning Energy to get another back with Viridian Forest. Dance of the Ancients. Let's give Lightning Energy to 2 benched Pokemon. The ultimate miracle would be if I could draw into Thunder Mountain Prism Star. And with that, all my attacks cost 1 Lightning Energy less, and I can attack next turn. Using the bench to ChuChu. Or the active one if I double switch. He now has 2 Dark Energy on, that's 90 damage. And he draws Black Market Prism Star. Dark monsters with Dark Energy take less damage. I mean, to give less prizes, not damage. I drew an Emolga. Let's Nuzzly Gathering this. Attach the active ChuChu. Switch in Emolga. I don't need more Emolga right now. And it's safe just in case he finds a way to suddenly swarm Dark Energy on the field. And the opponent has a Cynthia. Switch out the hand. And that's a Noivern. Noivern loves to chip damage the entire opposing party. I've used it before. It's decent. Not great, but decent. And I draw into my 3rd energy. Let's retreat. Tandem Shock. 160 damage plus paralysis. What you gonna do when I come for you? Mars. That's what you're gonna do. Discard the Electromagnetic Radar. Not that I was really planning on using it. Communication and a Lightning Energy. I do have Zapdos. If I wanted to play Zapdos ever. But instead I decided to go for a Dedenne, just in case. Let's Drifblim double switch. And then use Lightning Ride GX. Huh. Oh no, I go for the Tandem Shock. Finish it off this turn guaranteed. But I risk losing a ChuChu. But that's a 3-for-3 trade, and I draw the Thunder Mountain and a Cynthia. That Dedenne is going to be useless. Well, practically useless. Switches in that Latias, I don't quite remember what it does, and plays Blues Tactics. End of the turn, draw to 8. It's a lagging but better Lily. And I don't lose ChuChu this turn. I do, however, draw Mallow and Lana. Let's Nuzzly Gathering this. I don't need Cynthia as much. And Thunder Mountain means that this ChuChu can attack. 150 damage. That would have been more than enough to KO, but I don't think the opponent's ready to deal any damage to me. Noivern, barely any damage. Malamar, barely any damage. Mimigar, 0 damage. What's he planning? Reset Stamp, but I only get 3 cards. 2 of which were trainers. 100 damage. 100 damage. I can take that twice. Make that 4 times. Another Zor Ninja is coming out, as well as another Malamar. Are you mixing Malamar, or did you play the Psychic and the Dark Malamar so that you can use Elm's Lecture to get out 2 different basic Inkay for the same Malamar? That would be a great move if you did. And you use your Horror House Tag GX. I now have 5 trainers in my hand, and I can't get rid of them, but I can paralyze you. Let's hope this is enough. Probably we should have retreated into the other ChuChu that could take 250 damage unless he has Surprise Box. Copycat copies the size of my hand. Great move. Good combo with the Mimigar's Horror House Tag GS, and he did not. He's mixing Malamars. Does he not really care about Psychic Energy that much? But either way, I got the win. Let's Nuzly Gathering this up. That's a Keldeo. Could be a water deck. Could be the new Mew Duo Box deck. I'm actually playing Mew Duo Box. It's really good. You'll see. But this hand isn't really helping me that much. Let's get down to ChuChu. Let's get down in energy. Dedenne, clean sweep, and I get the Drifblim off it. I don't have Coco Prism. I don't have Thunder Mountain Prism. But I can work with what I got. Hopefully. Opponent, that's a Rainbow Energy and a Steven's Resolve. Steven's Resolve. This is sounding like the slow Mew Box deck, but it's not the way I run it. My turn again. Another energy. Let's play the Drifblim. Keldeo, it's immune to all effects, including paralysis. Which means one thing. I need Zapdos. Let's Nuzly Gathering in Emolga. Communicate it off into a Zapdos. Now I need an energy. I have energy. I just need to discard a card, like Tag Call. Played on the Zapdos. Play the Electric Power was probably premature of me. Should have waited until next turn so that he could think he could survive. Bad idea. I can't quite make out what those rainbow rares are from here. I'm pretty sure there's a Palkia GX and then a Creation Trio. Give me a sec. I'm going to turn my head upside down. Look at this recording, see if I can make it out. Yeah, no, I can't make it out, but it does look like there's a tag team in there. Ooh, hat ladies. We've got the Battle Chatelaines. Morgan, Nita, Evelyn, and forgot the last one. But I know I can take out this Keldeo. Let's tag transport back in the Zapdos. Double switch there and KO. I drew a Zeraora, bad. Drifloon, bad. Yeah, this is looking like Creation Trio. Yep, Altered Creation. Into a Morgan! Morgan, what are you going to do? That's a lot of energy. It's like, this sounds good on paper. Thing is, if you have other ways to search out your energy, then the Creation Trio's attack can search it out for you, rather than wasting supporters on the Chatelaines. Well, let's communicate for something. I don't need that Drifloon. Coco Prism. If anything goes down, I can recharge anyone faster. Tandem Shock. Let's injure that Creation Trio. Okay, now if I have another Electro Power in my deck, Faulkner can grab it, and I believe it has less than 280 HP. Zapdos can get the KO. This match will not be over, but it'll be 1 prize to 6. And I can keep paralyzing him every turn. Malo and Lana, Nita, and a Morgan. He's missing at least 1 Hat Lady. Or Chatelaine. I got the Electro Power. I got another Lightning Energy. Considering how to handle this, I decided to go with the Lightning Ride, play it ultra safe. Just in case he had another Keldeo. I think that might be a Keldeo on the left on the bench. Well, anyway, 1 prize to go. And he leads with a 1 prize Pokemon. You need an escape board. Escape board or I win. Escape board. He survives at least 1 turn. Not a bad thing, but it's kind of annoying for the narration bit right here. I'm not doing these live yet. And that's not a Keldeo, that's a Palkia GX. Deals more damage for each water energy on it. Why you put on a Mellow Energy, I do not know. Are you running Cobalion GX? Well, takes the free Emolga. And puts water energy onto the Palkia. Well, thanks to Zeraora, Zapdos still has free retreat. Let's take advantage of that and paralyze again. Double checking my discard. Let's give energy to my other Pokemon just in case he forces a switch or a gust, whichever you want to call it, from whichever position you're in. Tandem Shock. He's making it into an 8 prize game, but I'm still 3 prizes ahead of him. Although, since he did play Altered Creation Tag GX, if he knocks out a Tag Team GX of mine, he has the win this turn. But he played Malo and Lana to heal off and stop the paralysis of Creation Trio. That Palkia is looking beefy. So this is an annoying offense deck. I hope you liked it. It's practically over. Just 1, maybe 3 more turns. If you want to tweak this, I had lots of redundancy by having Drifblim and Zeraora GX. Emolga, keep Emolga. You need a way to search for your non-GXs. And this actually might make Zeraora the redundancy, not the ChuChu Drifblim line. As Zeraora might be if it wasn't for the GX to recover energy. And battle's over.